After watching It's What's Inside on Netflix, there's another great atmospheric horror comedy to check out, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Written and directed by Greg Jardin, the body-swapping caper It's What's Inside takes place at a pre-wedding party where a friendship group's good time is cut short by a surprise guest with a mysterious suitcase and a mind-bending game that threatens to tear them apart. After its premiere in the midnight section of this year's Sundance Film Festival in January, It's What's Inside was quickly snapped up by Netflix for worldwide distribution. With a fresh Rotten Tomatoes score of 81%, It's What's Inside has been praised for its stylish direction, its smart narrative structure, and the cast's performances. It's one of the best original movies to arrive on Netflix's streaming library this year, and it's a terrific new addition to the horror comedy canon. Although it's a wonderfully idiosyncratic movie with a unique premise, there's a perfect follow-up movie to watch that has a lot in common with it. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies has a lot of similarities with It's What's Inside. They're both horror comedies about young people playing a party game gone wrong. Although it's one of the most original films of the year, It's What's Inside has surprisingly got a lot in common with a different movie that came out in 2022, Helena Regen's darkly comic murder mystery Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Both It's What's Inside and Bodies, Bodies, Bodies are scary horror comedies that focus on a cast of young characters playing a party game that goes terribly wrong and has disastrous consequences. They have plenty of differences, too, but at their core, they're similar movies. Why Bodies, Bodies, Bodies reviews are so good. It's a chilling whodunit crossed with a spot-on satire of Gen Z. The group of girls terrified in the dark in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies image via A24. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies revolves around a group of 20-something friends, and a couple of new romantic partners the others have never met before, riding out a hurricane at a lavish mansion. After playing a murder mystery game, one of the friends actually turns up dead with his throat slit. The group initially turns on the outsiders, but when they're cleared of suspicion, these lifelong friends start to turn on each other and the betrayals and home truths all start spilling out. The movie was very well received upon its release in 2022. It has an 86% critics score on Rotten Tomatoes and a slightly lower audience score of 69%. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is both a hauntingly atmospheric whodunit, with a power outage making all the difference to create an unsettling mood, and a hilarious satire of the social media generation's use of trauma and mental illness as a personality trait. Critics lauded Regen's direction, the cast's performances, particularly Rachel Sennett's, and the brilliantly subversive final twist, which totally upends the genre norms.